Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Husam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just going to go pick my size. And then after that, I'm going to choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back. So I'm just going to get it as it is. I'm going to click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout. You fill in all your information. And then after that, coupon code Husam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. LB is a little bit late. He'll be joining us in a bit. I've called Souls about 100 times. I'll try to call him. If not, I'll try to get another Arsenal fan on for you guys. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you guys, please hit the like button. Please subscribe right here, right now. All my brothers' links is in the description. Go give them all a subscribe. Subscribe to Staffy TV. Subscribe to Blue Brother CFC. Subscribe to LB and more LB. He's on his way. Souls doesn't have a channel, and we can tell why. Because 15 minutes he ain't even replied. Look, guys, the international break is over. Finally, football is back. Look at this Haywan. Why you look at this guy, bro? The level of disrespect. The level of disrespect. Hi, Souls.
You know what they call me in London?
What?
King of mind games.
Nobody call you that, bro. Let's
people call me that. Everybody calls me that. King of mind games.
Legit, no one calls
I'll
you
bet every penny I have, ain't nobody call you that.
Ain't nobody calling you that.
Staffy looks like me in 15 years.
Staffy actually looks younger than you. Staffy looks younger than you, even though he ain't. He's actually he looks younger.
Hassan's probably right. Yesterday, someone said to me, I look about 35, which is disrespectful, but you know what I mean? It's my
How old are you, Souls?
Charlie looks about 12.
Yeah.
Souls, how old?
Charlie definitely looks the youngest out of us all.
I'll tell you in private, Staffy.
Yeah, I'm khalas. Everyone wants to know your age. Oh, let's do it in privacy because everyone wants to know Souls' age, guys.
Okay.
Guys,
so basically now I know what sort of street.
Publicly, guys, I'm sorry.
Wait. Do you guys think you're going to be able to sit here and pressure me? I will get on to both of you. I'll roast both of you right now. I'm saying that both of you.
We don't want to press you. Khalas, we don't want to know. Guys, don't ask him for his age. It's very confidential.
Be nice to me. Look, be nice and I'll be nice.
Hey, what's this?
I'll blow you guys.
How old are you?
31.
I'm 30. Charlie, how old are you?
You're definitely not 30, boy. You look about I'm 45. 30 is definitely up here.
How old are you, Charlie?
31, mate.
Basically, guys, every stream, Husam says that
everyone says their age, except
Husam said that I was a baby.
God, I'll tell you privately, Staffy.
You know
as if you know he's acting. No, the problem is Staffy. He's acting like he's like some Colombian drug lord that's like wanted by the FBI or something like that. I can't reveal that information publicly. It's your age, Habibi. And you're not a girl either. So you can't say it's like a bad question because you should never ask a woman her age. You ain't a woman, mate. Correct? Tell us your age.
Anyway, can we? Okay, fine. I'll tell you my age.
I don't want to know his age. Also,
I'm 28.
I'm trying to have a conversation.
28.
I think one time he told me he's born in 2001. You're born 2001, huh?
No, I'm not born 2001.
He said 28.
Bro, 2001's not 28.
Exactly. They're not into you, but they don't know maths and they're just talking. This is
so you lied to me last time.
That's Husam. I don't speak for Husam.
So you lied to me last time.
They don't know what they're on about. They're just talking for the sake of talking.
Why am I getting grouped? He said it, not me.
أنا ما فاهم هلا Staffy أنت لسه زعلان من last week yeah? بدي أفهم شو
Why does Souls think that I'm upset with him? Last week he sent me a message after the show saying, "Oh, I hope you didn't take anything personal." Brother,
والله لسه زعلان.
That was nothing compared to some of the conversations I've had on YouTube for the last 2-3 years.
Brother, respectfully, Staffy had to be on the back end of like Hamza monologues for a whole year and a half straight on YouTube.
Bro, I've had some real like back and forth on YouTube. That was nothing, bro. That was absolutely nothing.
I remember the first time Staffy worked with Wolfie. He actually hated him. Like,
I haven't worked with Wolfie since.
yeah, he hated him legit.
I haven't worked with
That's
Wolfie
a real
since.
like problem. He's like, bro, this guy's a gaslighter. This guy's gaslighting
I
and
told him
rage.
you're a waste of my time. I told him talking to you was like talking on wall. There's no point. There's no
Now,
point
if I
talking.
invite Staffy on, I have to make it clear that Wolfie ain't coming. You know,
Like, I don't hate Wolfie, don't get me wrong, but that's me getting angry at someone. What we and Souls did last week was just nothing.
yeah. Souls doesn't realize he's easy work. Anyway, guys,
this random person sending me voice notes. I was like, it's not that deep, bro.
yeah, I know. I'm with you. Anyway, guys, look, we are 5 minutes into the stream. We're gonna get to talking about the football now. Please do hit the like button. Please do subscribe, chat. Every single one of you. Already 250 people in the building, which, considering international break numbers, is like 1K people. So please hit the like button and subscribe. Guys, we have spoken about Liverpool every single start of the show for the last like year. Let's start with something different today. Let's refreshen it. Let's talk about Arsenal and Chelsea. Let's talk about the two London clubs since they're both in a title race. So, Charlie, I'll start with you. Chelsea Forest, Habibi, this Saturday here. I'm gonna put you main screen.
I put main screen as well. Now we must.
Hold on the back of your shirt, if I may ask.
On this one?
Yeah.
Kante, mate. That's
okay.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't just randomly.
Benzema, that's my mess.
No, Benzema, no. Yeah, bro, we must. We have to. Like, for sole reason that I couldn't bear to face Wolfie if we lose or we don't beat them. So we have to. They're terrible right now. But a little bit skeptical. Our first game back after the break, lunchtime kickoff away from home. Like, when a team's on a bad run, like the bad run don't last forever. Like, at some point they will get themselves together and maybe win a game or at least get a point or something like that. So we just got to hope it's obviously not against us. And we need to build some consistency and build some momentum from that Liverpool win. Because if we beat Liverpool like we did, and then you don't go and beat a terrible Forest side, then it's completely pointless. You know, that Liverpool win don't really count for anything. So we've got to build some momentum. We've got to build some consistency. Look, we should be winning this game. I don't want to say comfortably because I don't think there's any comfortable games in the Premier League necessarily, but we should be going there and we should be winning and we shouldn't be having too many problems. We should have a number of players back from injury. We won't be playing our third and fourth choice centre backs like we did against Liverpool. We'll have our number 1 and 2 choices that are fit to play. So that's going to be a plus as well. And yeah, mate, we should have too much for them. I mean, they've been dreadful under Ange. So I'm not really seeing anything from Forest that is concerning me or worrying me. It's more going to be about what sort of Chelsea turn up and can we get a similar level of performance that we got against Liverpool. But we have to win. Anything other than a win is unacceptable.
You'll slap them up, man. I think you'll slap them, bro. I think they're atrocious now, innit?
They are bad,
win, yeah, that win for you as well. Good confidence in it. You know what I mean? I think you'll kick on. I think you'll slap them up, man. I really do. I don't see anything in Forest at the moment, man.
Nah. I mean, it would be nice to sort of put 3 or 4 past them, get like a big win on the board. But I mean, I'll just take any win and get the 3 points and head home. That's the most important thing. But yeah, we can get a statement win. That would be ideal. We get Ange sacked and get Forest onto a third manager this season, then even better.
My thing is, like, I look at... Go ahead, Staffy. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I mean, you guys are the opening game of the weekend.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to start that with the win. You want to sit there, you want to put your feet up and just recline and just watch the rest of the games this week and be not bothered. But I was gonna say, I mean, first of all, I do predict you guys to win. I agree with you. I agree with LB. You guys should slap them up. They've been atrocious. I think they're 0 wins in the first 7 games for Ange.
But yeah, I mean, so the only game they won was the first game of the season, and that was with Nuno. So
Ange is yet to get a win. And they lost in the which European competition are they in?
Europa League. They lost to Midtjylland.
Yeah,
they lost in the Europa League as well. So I expect you guys to slap them up. My only thing is, what if you don't? Because we do need to talk about both possibilities. Before the Liverpool game, because the Liverpool game obviously was a good game for you guys, but before the Liverpool game, the Benfica game, you guys didn't play that great, in my opinion. I don't think it was a good game of football. You won 1-0 with an own goal. Then you lost 3-1 to Brighton the game before. You lost to us in that freakish game where you got a red card in the first 5 minutes or what so. And then the game before you lost, you got slapped up to Bayern. And then the game before you drew with Brentford. So you guys didn't play good football for a while until Liverpool. And as good as that win is, don't get me wrong, what if you revert back to type again and you go back to what you were doing before that? That's what I want to discuss. Because what's the potential of Chelsea slipping up? Not just slipping up in another game, slipping up to Ainge as well. I think that's going to hurt Chelsea fans even more. Because everyone right now, the force is a free hit for everyone. It's just easy. They're always just picking up 3 points. For you guys, I don't think it's going to be good if you don't put a good performance.
No, it won't be good, and that's absolutely fair. You know, we haven't really played particularly well in any games this season outside of the win against Liverpool, and you know there is a concern that it would be a very Chelsea thing to do to win that Liverpool game and then go to a terrible Forest and drop points. You know, that wouldn't be beyond doubt that could happen. It absolutely could happen. But I do think that we have actually got it in us now to go in and, you know, string a few wins together. We've got a decent run of fixtures coming up in terms of league games. We got obviously, this one against Forest, and then we play Sunderland after them. And then we've got Wolves and whatnot. I think our 3 Premier League games this month are like Sunderland, Wolves and Forest. So you've got an opportunity to get 3-4 wins on the board in succession, build some confidence and move ourselves up the table. So we absolutely have to. And that's always been the big question mark with Chelsea is it's not can we win games? We've proven that we can beat teams. We can beat the best teams, but it's can you beat Liverpool and then can you go and follow it up with a win against a lesser side that you might have struggled against in the past? That's the big thing that we've got to do. And we have to show that, because otherwise we're not showing any signs of progress, because we've been able to beat the big sides in games before and we struggled against the smaller side. So, we need to go and build.
I'm looking at your fixtures now, bro, yeah? You got Forest, Sunderland, Spurs, Wolves, Burnley.
But it's got to be 12. It's got to be 12 or 15 points.
My issue is, though, Charlie, when you say it's got to be 12 points, we said that at the start of the season.
Oh, we did. But it has to be, though, Husam. It has to be. Like, there's no excuses. You look at the first 7 fixtures we had, right? The game against you was our toughest fixture of the season
and you won that one and then win
and we won that one. And then, as LB said, you look at the next 4 or 5 league games. It's Wolves, it's Sunderland, it's Forest, it's Tottenham, and it's Burnley. We have
Tottenham you'll win 100%. The other 3 though, that's lucky. My thing is with the Forest. First of all, I give myself credit. I called it. I said Ange at Forest is the worst hiring of the season.
Give myself credit is.
We all said that though. We all said that.
No, not all. I'm one of the few people that said Ange is gonna get sacked soon. I said it. I said Ange is gonna get sacked soon. This is not gonna last as long. I think I said he's going to be gone. And it's happening in pure time. Marinakis is doing some crazy stuff for no reason whatsoever, because he went from ultra defensive to ultra offensive instead of getting like someone in the middle, and it's already hurting them.
Yeah, I just feel sorry for Gibbs White.
I think Chelsea are slapping Forest this Saturday. And here's the thing: Staffy said something about being the 12:30 kickoff. This is a double-edged sword, having the 12:30 kickoff. If you win, you sit back and you enjoy the rest of the games. If you don't win, you're fucking depressed. Like you're just like being the 12:30 kickoff is like a positive and a negative, because you lose that 12:30 kickoff. You're sad there for the next 2 days, going like, I hate football, bro. So
agreed. But I think on Forest as well, like I really do think Marinakis needs to like slow things down, because I've watched a lot of Forest game recently since Ange joined, and it just isn't clicking. Like offensively, again, it's the same kind of issues that I saw at Tottenham, but with just a lot worse players. Like, at least with Tottenham, they had goal scorers in there, right? So just defensively, I just don't think Ange is a very good defensive coach. He struggles. I think he'd struggle with good defenders in his team, because the style of play that he plays is too attacking. And 2, I just feel sorry for Gibbs White, because Gibbs White, again, he was sold a dream by Marinakis to stay, and these big plans that Forest are going to have and things like that. And it just looks like it's going downhill now. I think
he's been terrible this season.
He has. But again, but you can imagine the stuff that's happened to him over the summer, in terms of like he was all set to go to Spurs. Here we go is confirmed, and Marinakis had a whole thing around you now can't go, and obviously there was a big thing. and he ended up staying, it can unsettle someone. He's a good enough player to still be playing better. But yeah, I don't know. Look, I think Chelsea are going to win. I agree with Husam. I think Chelsea are going to slap him, if I'm honest. I just saw today.
We're not here to ask you your Chelsea opinion. Here you go, mate. It's time.
I just saw. I do want to say though. I do want to say quickly on Chelsea. I saw that Maresca was fined $8,000 and a 1-game ban. I think that's disgusting. I genuinely think that's disgusting.
He got
to fine
second
him
yellow.
to fine him. No, sorry, but he got a second yellow for a celebration against Liverpool. I don't understand why we're policing the way people are allowed to celebrate now. What happened to football when you were allowed to run down the touchline and do knee slides as a manager? Why do you have to maintain?
Okay, relax, Sean Dyche. Relax.
It's not that, but I just don't understand why you have to maintain.
Nonsense. The game's gone.
No,
the
but
game
why
has
do you?
gone. If you can't do that, it's mental.
I don't understand why you have to maintain such a professional standard as a manager. Like, I'm sorry, you're allowed to have emotions. Like, they just want these mundane, boring ass Allardyce type managers that sit there and just look straight the entire game. Like, bro, Klopp was emotional, Arteta's emotional, Guardiola's emotional, Maresca's emotional. You have to allow these European managers, bro. Bro, they like to celebrate. They like to get upset when they get upset. Look at Mourinho, what he used to do. Like, what is that? Anyway, that's just a side note I wanted to say. I think that second yellow was so uncalled for. And even the fine that he got for his celebration against Liverpool was crazy. $8,000 for running down the touchlines, man.
$8,000 for running down the touchline. Last minute.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But I want to ask you a question, Mr. Sol, since you're here. By the way, guys, make sure to get the likes up. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP. And go check out all the channels that are in the description. Sol is a big celebrity. He has to go in an hour. So we have to ask him. Arsenal. Yeah, oh my God. I turn up 15 minutes late and I only have an hour. Anyway, Souls, Arsenal Fulham. Are you worried about the game or are you think you're going to handle
Sorry, I just had to watch the backup dancer Staffy copying Joe
first.
Anyway, Staffy is the furthest thing from a backup dancer. He actually hates
Let me land. No.
Is it at Emirates?
No, we're away to Fulham.
Oh,
no, look, crazy. I think it's gonna be a tough game. I've had a lot of people ring me up, my own personal friends ring me up and tell me that Staffy cooked me last week. So obviously I've had to defend myself all week with some idiots that think they can just call me.
W friends, man. W friends.
Hey, W friends.
It's not that, because my friends think I'm tribalistic because I believe that I will not come on a show with no Arsenal fans and slander my own players and team. I'd rather slander them with other Arsenal fans. Like, in front of other fans, I'm gonna
against the world.
No, it's not that, but it's like you're never gonna catch me come on a show with a Chelsea, a City, a Liverpool, and a Man United fan and go, Gyökeres is shit. He's never gonna do well for Arsenal. Like, it's never gonna happen. Even if I believe that, I'll say it to Arsenal fans, not to you guys. On the Cora pod, I'll say it. On here, I won't. I'll defend. I'll criticize him. I'll criticize him professionally, and that's where I think I was misconstrued last week, because obviously I understood the point. But anyway, look, it's going to be a tough game. I expect us to win that game. Odegaard's confirmed out until the second international break. So obviously no Odegaard. Eze and Saka have been playing well for England over the international break. Both of them on score sheet. Eze scored this week as well, which is good. And yeah, look, I feel like we have a decent run of games now coming up. As I said, Arsenal historically have struggled against the lower level teams because of the fact that we struggle to break down low blocks. I don't think Fulham are going to play a low block against us, but I'm very confident that we should be able to win that game. Honestly, I think we have a lot of players back from injury now. Our back four is all fit. We have our full midfield available. I hope he doesn't play Moreno. I know he scored again for Spain, playing in the 8. I understand it, but we need to play Eze through the middle, Rice, and Zubimendi. That's the way it should go, and play Martinelli on the left. That's the team that's going to go for. And again, look, if Arteta plays the attacking football that he's played last 3 games against Newcastle, Olympiacos, and West Ham, then I think we have a good chance of winning. Obviously, Gyökeres is going to be the big talking point over these next 2-3 games, because we need him now to start kicking on. Because regardless of what I think about him and what other Arsenal fans think about him, we need him to score goals. And no matter what I think about his style of play and his clunkiness and his whatever it is, his goal is to put the ball in the back of the net, and if we create them enough chances,
can you stop being a bum and just honestly say your opinion on Gyökeres instead of doing like, oh my god, I won't say it in front of a rival fan.
What can I just say?
You can only say in front of San and
I told you what my Arsenal fans are. No. Not only Sad and Korapod.
Just say it. If you have an opinion,
listen. I don't understand what you guys are asking me. Like, you're asking me a question and then you're answering the question as you're asking me the question.
I just want to quickly say something, right? Why is Gyökeres, right, who has actually scored 2-3 league goals, whatever it is this season, why is he getting more criticism than Isak is?
Yeah, exactly. I tell you
why.
I'll tell you, Charlie. Good question.
Yeah.
Charlie, good question. It's because he plays for Arsenal. This is the problem. And everyone.
No. You know why it is. You wanna know what the actual answer is, Sos? Oh, because Isak, he hasn't had a preseason. He needs a few more weeks to get up to fitness. They're acting like he was sitting on a couch, like a couch potato for three months in the summer.
It's not that.
The guy's been playing football for 6 weeks for Liverpool.
Not that. Husam thinks his part-time job is a physio. He thinks he knows about muscles and shit. He knows nothing. The issue is this. Gyökeres, look, I'll give you my true opinion on Gyökeres, right? Regardless of, I'm going to say the same thing I said in the Cora pod. It's all documented. I don't rate Gyökeres.
Okay, why is that difficult to say though? Like,
that's just the honest truth. And but I disagree.
Nothing happens if you say that.
No, hold on. But I disagreed with Staffy when he said
Sam thinks he knows about.
No, that he said we should have gone for.
What does that have to do with physios? He said physio.
What is that? What does losing weight goes do?
I only lost 50 kilograms, mate. So I definitely know.
Wait. That's how you know Husam went to his physio and said, "I want to lose weight."
Actually, I didn't. Wallahi, I didn't.
That's irrelevant, bro. That's irrelevant.
I did it to myself.
No. Look. Ultimately, I don't rate Gyökeres, right? And that doesn't mean that I think we should have signed Sesko, which is Staffy's point that he said last week. I still think we should have gone for an Ekitike or an Isak. Obviously, Isak was our number one option before the window, but obviously he went left. But ultimately, I like diverse type strikers that can create their own chances, that can move off the left, that are very have good agility. That I prefer the type of strikers like the Alexis Sanchez's, like the Isaks, like the Ekitike's. I don't like the type of striker that's a last man, front line, and literally needs service. Without service, he's useless. And for me, I just feel like so far, everyone knows Gyökeres was a transitional type striker. And everyone knows that for Sporting, they play transitional-based football. But even on the transition for Arsenal in these last 3 games, there's been opportunities that I've seen him have that he hasn't put away. So I'm concerned. I didn't rate him.
Like, what games? Olympiacos was it, right?
Olympiacos, Newcastle, and West Ham. West Ham, he had a chance that he should have scored. Newcastle, he was slotted through by Odegaard in the second half, and he literally couldn't beat Botman for pace. Like I couldn't believe it, right? And he was running with the ball, and you know what I mean. But ultimately, right? Look, why Arsenal fans can't say that I'm judging him after 3 games. It's not that I'm judging him after these 3 games. I didn't rate him before he joined Arsenal that highly. Yes, I rated his goal scoring numbers, but now we're going to have to see. I don't know what's going to happen over these next 5-6 games. If he comes out after 5-6 games and we have an easy run of games now and we're giving him service and he's still not scoring them, then we need to have serious discussions about, was this the right signing for Arsenal? But I'm not gonna call the guy shit after 3 games that Arteta played attacking football. Do you know what I mean? But we need him.
Do you agree though, bro, that it is unfair how Gyökeres is getting more stick than Isak is?
I don't think it's unfair.
Okay, I'll tell you why it's not unfair.
I don't think it's unfair. The guy's played. How many Premier League games has Gyökeres played?
All of them.
3. 8. Is it 8? We've played 8 or 7.
We've played 7. He's played in all the games.
Right.
I'll actually give you the genuine.
He's played in 7 games and he scored in 2 of them. So he scored in 2 out of 7. For a big money signing, who scored 50 goals last year for Lisbon, that is disappointing, no?
Yeah,
actually, let me tell you the actual numbers, because other competitions matter too. He played against Port Vale in the Carabao Cup and played the 2 Champions League games. In total, he's played 9 games. He scored 3 goals.
And so
they were both 2 of them, as LB said, they were scored.
So he's played 9 games and he scored 2.
10, because 7 in the Premier League.
So that's not ideal, really. So I do think, we're at a point where people can listen. Where we're getting to a point now where I think, like earlier in the season, people try to do the shameless thing on Verts and that. People try to be shameless, yeah. I think we're getting to a point in the season now where it's like, people can start to ask questions. Like this guy's played 9 games and scored in 2 of them. That's not good for a big money signing who was explicitly brought into the football club to score goals. He wasn't a Havertz. He's not a hold-up player.
Yeah, but LB, you need to contextualize that, though. You do know that, right? You need to contextualize. You can't.
No, I don't. I don't need to contextualize.
You do.
I honestly, bro, I really don't.
No, sorry, LB. You can't. LB, you can't look. No, sorry.
2 games.
No, LB. I'm sorry. Look, you've been.
No souls.
No. Listen.
Here come souls, guys.
No, I'm not. I'm not riled. I promise you, I'm not riled. Listen.
I'm gonna cuss Jokeres on the Cora pod.
I'm not gonna cuss. Listen, forget that. LB, you can't look at. It's like when people say Arteta has been in management for Arsenal for 7 years and he's won 1 trophy. You can't look at football as 1 + 1 = 2. You have to contextualize how you get to those calculations. So for example,
basically, you want to make excuses.
It's not excuses. It's reality.
Talking about you want to contextualize it. Basically, what you're about to tell us is an excuse. So what's the excuse?
It's not an excuse. What I'm about to tell you, what I'm gonna, bro. If someone says to you, "I've missed work for 7 days straight,"
then
no. Listen. If someone says they've missed work for 7 days straight and they work on a construction site.
Yep.
If the manager didn't contextualize why he's missed work, he'll just go, this person missed work for 7 days, let's fire him. Once you contextualize the fact that he had a broken leg, he couldn't work, or there was other mitigating factors.
Does Jokeres have a broken leg?
No,
he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
You know what I'm saying, LB? Listen to what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying.
No. If you let me land, you understand what I'm saying.
You're talking about a guy with a broken leg.
Let me land. I'm saying.
Just see if Jokeres has a broken leg.
Charlie, let me land. No, this is mind games. No, this is mind games. Let me say what I'm saying to you. If Jokeres,
big up Victor Jokeres.
Bro, Husam, do you want to have a football conversation, or are you just going to tell everyone about your weight loss?
5x large. Big up to you, Eco Falls, man.
It's not Love Island.
Bro,
let me land, yeah? If you don't contextualize reasonings and situations, and you look at things in black and white, then it invalidates your entire argument. Because yes, Jokeres hasn't scored. No, it does, bro. No. You see context as excuses. I see context as reasoning. That's where we differ. Go and search up.
That's why your club's not won anything for the last 6 years, because all you've done, Arsenal fans, for the last 6 years is contextualise absolutely everything. The facts are, you bought this striker to put the ball in the back of the net. We're 9 games into the season and he scored in 2 games. That is disappointing by any stretch.
Can you name the games as well, by the way? Can you name the games as well?
Nottingham Forest and Leeds.
One of them was a 3-0, one of them was a 5-0.
You guys, I'm not going to let you guys do this. You guys want to jump on bandwagons now. Stop trying to set agendas, please. Listen to what I'm saying to you.
But can you tell us what the context is?
When City lost Rodri, there was every single Man City fan contextualizing why they are now playing poorer in that season than when Rodri was there, because Rodri was injured. It's not an excuse, it's a reasoning, it's a fact.
So I understand what context means. Can you give us the context?
Man City are better when Rodri is playing. It's that simple. And if you lose Rodri, you will play worse. That's not an excuse, LB. That's a fact.
Can you give us the context? I want to know where you're coming from.
What's the point on the
I heard your question the first time. Now let me get to the second point that I'm trying to say. The context is that Jokeres, yes, he scored 2 goals in 7 games, but 5 of those games, 9 games. 5 of those games, Arteta was playing defensive football, and we weren't giving the striker the service he needs that you guys know he needs to score goals. If you don't give a striker any service, how can you blame him for not scoring goals? Like, I'm sorry, am I going mad here?
Yeah.
How? Saying yeah isn't an argument. I'm sorry.
No, because there is no argument. All I brought up was a fact that nobody can argue with or apply any context to.
You have to apply context.
9 games and scoring in 2 of them is disappointed. That's all I said. I didn't say the guy was shit.
So let me understand what you're saying, LB. No, LB. Let me understand what you're saying.
Let him talk, so you'll understand. Hey.
Bro, you're now trying to apply some context to say it's not disappointing. Is it yes or no? Is it disappointing that he's only scored in 2 games out of 9?
It's disappointing that he hasn't scored in the last 3 games.
All right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? And my issue is no, LB. My issue is that when you're not willing, like if you look at footballs and Gyökeres played 9 games, scored 2 goals, that is disappointing. I don't care about the context. How can you make any viable football arguments by looking at football as that black and white? There's no point in you watching football
because the Gyökeres signing was the most black and white signing in the whole summer. You bought Gyökeres for one thing only: to put the ball in the net to win you guys the Premier League. That is fact. That is the fact.
So what does that mean? So when you sign when you sign a striker like Gyökeres, he just has to come in and score goals. You don't care about the manager, the style of play, the tactics. That all doesn't matter.
That's why you signed him. You signed him to put the ball in the back of the net, bro.
To listen to it, so.
But so if I may say, LB.
Go on. That's
fine. See, the thing is, though, see what he's doing now, chat, yeah? Because he's crying about it, because he knows I'm right. He's saying, I said he was shit. All I said was, you signed this guy to put the ball in the back of the net, and he scored in 2 games out of 9. That is disappointed. That's all I said.
Looking at context.
But why do you want to look at context? You want to look at context?
I've never heard someone say, why do you want to look at context? If any single...
Bro, there's 2 games out of 9 he scored in, and you want to apply some
why?
Context.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna ask you a question now, Obi. I agree with you. Gyökeres has been disappointing with scoring 2 goals in 9. I'm asking you the question: why? Why has he only scored 2 goals in 9?
I don't know. Not asked.
No.
It's irrelevant to me.
Okay, I'm asking you why. You made the point. I'm asking you why is it disappointing? You can't just say something.
Because you signed him to score goals.
Okay, so why is he not scoring goals?
How many chances is he getting chances in games?
I did this yesterday.
Charlie, don't ask the question. No. Charlie, don't say, is he getting chances? Because if you say that, LB will say you're making excuses. So you're not allowed to contextualize any reason.
So relax.
You're just
relax. It's not that deep.
And he scored 2 in 9. I'm definitely relaxed.
Wallahi, you're rattled. But one second.
No, I'm not.
I did this yesterday.
You always say
I'm glad I made you laugh because I do want you to relax a little bit. I'm not gaslighting you. I didn't even say anything for the last 5 minutes. Go on. So I did this with Mo yesterday. We were on a stream and we looked at numbers.
Okay.
Gyökeres' conversion rate, because a lot of Arsenal fans use that. They said they're not creating a lot of chances for him, but he actually has a decent conversion rate so far. I looked at it. He's converted 3 shots of his 30. That is a conversion rate of 13%. That is very, very low. Good strikers usually average anything between like 19, 20 to 25%. If you were in that bracket, you're a very good striker. 13% is shocking. 14 point what something, I forgot what it was, in no competition. If you have 13 or 14, that is very, very, very low. I understand what you're saying when you're saying there's not enough chances created. We could have had that convo instead of you losing your head, but equally, 13% is very low. Sesko, who we make fun of, by the way, Sesko's on a 23.5 conversion rate. That's almost double of what Gyökeres has. Sesko just got voted the worst signing of the summer, but we're not supposed to talk about Gyökeres. So it is a valid argument to do what LB is doing right now, whether you want to context it or not. What you're not doing, in my opinion, is that you're not putting the blame on someone other than just saying, oh, there's no chances created. All LB said in the beginning is that you signed him to score goals. There's only been 2 games where he scored goals. He didn't even call Gyökeres shit. You actually did because you lost your head. You could have been like, you know what? It's Arteta's fault. It's his teammates' fault. It's the team's fault in general. We just want to know why, because you just said it's not 2 + 2 = 4. Actually, sometimes it should be as simple. I signed someone to score goals. He's not scoring goals, so I'm not getting 4. It means I didn't add 2 + 2. What the fuck did I do wrong in the process? That's what we're trying to find out. You don't have to call him shit, but you can explain to us what's going wrong. That's it.
I'm not disagreeing with the fact that he hasn't, that I'm disappointed with, but I can criticize a player when we're doing what we can, and the problem is with the striker. And in the last 3 games, the problem has been with Gyökeres because we've created him chances, limited to the stats you just said, Stappy, which I agree with, and he hasn't put them away. But I'm saying, what LB is doing, which is what triggered me, is that he's saying that he doesn't care what games they are. He just looks at 2 in 9, and he's not willing to find out why, what happened, what was the style of play, was we playing 10 defenders and 1 striker? He doesn't give a shit. He only cares about
equally scoring.
No. He cares about is he scoring. And if you look at football without reasoning, and contextualizing, then what's the point of watching?
Yeah,
football? Go on
but
live.
he's
So,
just
did
doing
you
that.
not
He's
buy
basically-
Hold on.
Gyökeres,
Go on
He's
live score.
analyzing the result.
No,
No,
but
I
I'm
understand
saying,
what you mean.
exactly. So if you only analyze results, go on live score, search up Arsenal, Gyökeres, how many goals, and don't watch football.
Why did you buy Gyökeres?
Can't
Was it
make
to score? Was it to score goals? What was the main reason you bought Gyökeres?
to score goals?
Right. So why is it so ridiculous for me then to say it's disappointing that he's only scored in 2 out of 9 games?
No, but that's not the problem though. That isn't the issue. I don't think the issue is the not applying context to it. The actual statement in itself is
Well,
not.
that's why they bought him, though. That's
Yeah, I agree. They bought him to score goals to win the title, and he's not
Well, it's
scoring the goals. But
so that's disappointing.
but I don't think Sauls is disagreeing that it's not
I'm not
disappointing.
disagreeing with that.
It is
I'm saying that
disappointing.
Well, it sounded like you were disagreeing when you
But,
started.
but,
going
but I
on
also
about it.
do think it's fair to a certain extent as well. If we're gonna run with this argument, which is fair, to look at why chances aren't being created. I mean, I don't watch all Arsenal games. I don't know how many chances
I mean,
are or aren't being
I'm
created.
just got the stats up here, though. Yeah, he's 5th on the big chance missed in the Premier League.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, it's obviously he's not doing as well as he should
He's
have.
getting a few chances, isn't he? If he's 5th on the big chances missed list.
So he must be getting some chances. He's not scoring goals.
Charlie, did you see that chance that Henry was breaking down in the Champions League?
Oh yeah, about his movement. Yeah, about his movement. Instead of moving something about his movement.
Where
Yeah.
first touch, instead of him taking down the middle, took him wide, and it had to take an extra touch, and that caused the defender to catch up with him. These are the things, Souls. So this is why I keep going back to what my original argument is. I never thought Gyökeres should have been the striker that an Arteta gets, and people got upset. But now you're talking about how the system is not really catering for him, and he's not good enough, whether we like it or not. There are strikers out there that can thrive on limited chances and create their own chances. There's strikers that don't, and that's fine. Not all of them. This is why there's levels to this game. There's elite strikers and there's okay strikers. He's so far proven that he doesn't really fit what Arteta's doing, and he's not that good enough to create something out of nothing.
Yeah, and let me jump on the back of that point that you're making there, bro. Yeah, and I think you made a good point now. And we spoke about this before. I think we spoke about it last week that most of us agree that they probably should have signed an Ekatike. In fact, I said that to Husam last week, right?
I agree.
Okay, but Ekatike is not just a goal scorer, is he? Ekatike is more of an all-round football player. We all agree with that, yeah? So this is why, and this comes back to my point about Gyökeres. The sole reason they bought Gyökeres was to put the ball in the back of the net. Yeah, they didn't buy Gyökeres for the hold-up play. They didn't buy him to link up play.
Thank you.
Well, it's the same reason you signed Haaland, didn't it? You signed him to
basically. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, now you can take it however you want. What I'm saying is the fact that he's not doing that is disappointing, because if he's not scoring goals, what's the point in having him in the team? And that's kind of similar to that Haaland's added to his game. But like previous years, if Haaland's not scoring, he doesn't do much.
It's the same
that's the point I'm making.
Same with Salah as well, LB.
And he got a lot of that criticism too, LB.
He's not doing anything. So it's the same situation.
Salah is not the same as Gyökeres. My thing is, like, I think we're here's the thing with this conversation.
By the way, I'll let you speak, Sam.
But when you say, I just want to ask Souls one question. Okay, you're asking us to contextualize it. Why don't you contextualize it? Tell us, what's the context?
I've contextualized it already, Husam. I said to you, I agree with LB that it's been disappointing when you look at it as an overall. But I just feel like we need to, understand first 5 games, we were playing 3 defensive midfielders in midfield, and we had no creativity going forward. Saka wasn't playing. There was literally no service being brought to him at all, right? And if you look at the first 5 games only, he didn't receive a lot of chances at all, basically. And I don't think he did overall bad, because yes, he wasn't scoring, but everyone knows what kind of a striker Gyökeres is. So if Arteta is not playing the system to help him, then let's slander Arteta. Don't say, "Oh, Gyökeres is disappointing." Yeah. That's why. Hold on. So let me land. Stuffy, let me land.
You get upset. We can't talk.
If we had this conversation after the first 5 games, I would have said, "I'm not talking about Gyökeres. I'm talking about Arteta now." And I said this on all the streams. After these next 3 games, where we've won all 3. And we've created chances, which is what I agree with you guys on. He's been disappointing, right? And I'm concerned. And I agree that even before we signed Gyökeres, I wouldn't have signed Gyökeres. If you gave me a black book, I would have signed Ekatike. I would have signed Isak. I would have probably even gone for what's his name? I forgot his name now. The one that moved to the one that moved to Galatasaray. Osimhen. I would have gone for many other.
What Walt made?
No. Osimhen. Yeah, Osimhen. But all I'm saying
By the way,
is,
do you know that Walter has not misplaced one pass in the Premier League so far?
yeah, but all we care
This
about is
guy's
goals
built
scored.
like a twig. Do you see how he looks like? He looks like this. He's built like this pen. He's not as bulky as
let's not say,
better.
but let's not say, look, hold up play and link up play is important, and I feel like Havertz was very good at that. The only thing Havertz couldn't do was finish the ball, but in everything else, Havertz was excellent. Havertz is one of the best strikers in the league at hold up play, link up play. He's very good at that, but he just can't finish, which is why he can't play striker anymore for Arsenal. But Gyökeres can do what Havertz does, and we're hoping, I agree with LB, he does the extra that we didn't have with Havertz, which is scoring goals. Right? So now it's going to be...
Can Gyökeres do that? I've not seen. I don't think Gyökeres can do the drop in and link up play.
No, he can't do what Havertz does off the ball. No way.
No, not off the ball, but I mean, every time I've seen us play long balls to him, he's held the ball up well.
No, it's physical and that, but I'm talking about like the sort of like false nine Ekitike.
No, he's not going to do that. He's not doing that. He's not coming wide and causing problems or dropping deep and linking play.
Basically, that's what he is. He's about putting the ball in the back of the net, right? And that's the whole point that I'm making, bro. It's just like, if he's not doing that, do you drop him for Havertz? Because you might as well have Havertz there, because at least he can link up the play and still not score.
And we know that Arteta loves Havertz, and I think, look, I'm not saying that Havertz is going to come back and he's going to displace Gyökeres straight away, but I think there could be a situation where it may well get to a point where Gyökeres does get dropped, and he does play Kai Havertz as the 9. Because whilst Havertz is not going to be as good a goal scorer technically as Gyökeres is, he does score a few goals, but then he also brings the extras what Gyökeres doesn't bring. So,
I don't think the difference is massive. Off the ball, maybe, but on the ball, I really do think that every time I've seen us play long ball, every time I've seen him link up with Martinelli, he slotted Trossard through where he hit the post. I've seen him link up well with the wide players, and I've also seen him hold the ball up well. I don't think I think he has very good games when it comes to that. I've seen him drift as well sometimes, drop back, help the team, drift on the left, run down the wing. I've seen him play well. The only thing he isn't doing is when he's getting those chances to score, he's not scoring them. And that's the biggest part. No one's going to remember the shit.
Do you guys think we're being a bit too unfair on Gyökeres right now?
Of course we are. We're hyper scrutinizing him.
I actually slandered Gyökeres once.
We're just addressing the problem.
We're just addressing it. We're not being no. I don't think anyone
because Scholes' explanation about Arteta's style, I did say after the Liverpool game away, I was like, I felt bad for Gyökeres because they didn't create him anything.
You know what, Husam? If Arsenal fans didn't sit there in the summer and all say, I'm expecting minimum 20 goals in the league for Gyökeres, we wouldn't be talking about that. You set the bar, and now that he's not meeting it and we're talking about it, people are like, oh, it's only 5 games, only 6 games, it's only 7 games. Watch after this game if he doesn't score again. Oh, it's only 8 games, it's only 9 games. We're going by the standard they set. If we went by the standard that I set, I said I think he gets 16 goals this season. I think that's a good return. They thought that was too low. So I'm sorry we're going by the standard that they set. They created this conversation. We didn't. They were talking about him like he's going to be one of the few that scores 20 goals a season. Not a lot of strikers score 20 goals a season. And it's been evidential over the last few years.
And I still
Salah
think he
only breaks it. Haaland breaks it. Name someone else.
If Salah and Haaland were performing this way, we'll talk about them too. We all watched Gyökeres, right? And LB seen Gyökeres score a hat-trick against City, whatever it was last season in the Champions League. A lot of Gyökeres' goals, if you watch the goals that he was scoring at Sporting Lisbon, are all goals that are scored in transition. A lot of them are scored in transition, right? And I'm not saying that he can't adapt to a new way of playing. I'm not saying he can't score goals in different systems. I'm sure that he can. But Arsenal don't play anyway, like Sporting Lisbon at all. They don't really play on the transition.
And it's whether or not he can adapt to that, isn't it, Charlie?
Exactly.
They said that when we signed Haaland from Dortmund, everyone said, oh, he plays on transition at Dortmund, he won't get that at City. Now he's been able to adapt. Will Gyökeres be able to adapt? The problem that Gyökeres has got as well is he's not a Sesko. Yeah, he's not 19, 20 years old. He's like 27.
This is a win now signing, LB.
It's a win now signing.
It could be a stinker. Look, it could be a stinker. The signing.
To be fair, that point, what LB is bringing up is also true in terms of the age thing. Is he like 19, 20, 21, 22? We'd be like, okay, he's a young striker.
It's okay,
His age right now is the age where he's supposed to be scoring goals. Well, and I think now, one second,
don't forget that.
I think now, I think now the run of games that Arsenal have, which is like basically the easier run compared to their start, right? Because they had a difficult start to the season. We know they had a lot of tough fixtures. I'm talking about these upcoming fixtures. So they got Fulham, Palace, Burnley, Sunderland, and Spurs at. Okay. Let's make it just before the international break. So just before the international break, Premier League only. They got Fulham, Palace, Burnley, and Sunderland. Now it's very fair.
Probably 12.
To say these are the games that you expect Jokers to score in. These are the games where you expect Jokers to put the ball in the back of the net. That's it for me. And if he does that, even if he does it against Fulham, does it against Palace, does it against Sunderland and Burnley, he's done his job.
I expect him to score every game, and I'm hoping that he's going to score now in these next upcoming games. Look, Arteta hasn't shown so far this season that he's playing one way of football. He played one way the first 5 games. Last 3 he's played different. I don't know what he's going to do. But either way, I don't get paid £12 million a year to make sure that my strikers score goals. There's a manager who has to do that. What he's going to do, I don't know. But all I'm saying is, let's calm down. Let's wait and see what's going to happen. I agree with LB. It's disappointing so far. I'm concerned because the reservations I had about him before he joined Arsenal, I'm seeing now. And to you guys' point about transition, even when I've seen him on the transition for Arsenal sometimes, or on the break, even the transitional-based chances, he isn't scoring them. He's getting beat for pace by centre-backs. So that's why I'm concerned.
Big up,
right? Big up Miguel, but obviously none of you agree with him. I still think Liverpool are favourites, Miguel, but yeah, it's good optimism. But yeah, look, but look, ultimately, let's wait and see what's going to happen.
You have the best squad in the league and you're top. Why aren't you backing your club though? I don't get it.
I'm backing my club.
But why you just said the Liverpool are favourites?
Yeah, Liverpool are favourites. I think we can win the league. Of course we can. But I don't think. But I think if we had to say right now who would win it based on today, I would say probably Liverpool.
LB Gal is saying hi if you wanna say hi back.
Yes, Igal, what are you saying, bro?
Big up. Suddenly Igal and LB like each other. Anyway,
I don't understand what the hell is going on here. Honestly, what an awkward interaction that is.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, bro. Anyway, just before we move on, talk about Liverpool, Man United, let me just grab these supers. Guys, big up to all of you guys. 700 people locked in. I appreciate you all. Make sure guys are liking and subscribing, please. Every single one of you guys. It helps the channel out. It helps the channel grow, specifically with these new algorithms. We need the likes up, guys. So please close the live chat, hit the like button, continue to enjoy the show. Make sure you guys check out OK Jersey. Use code Husam for 8% off. Big up to Tampa Lion who said, smash that like button. Come on, 50% ratio at the minimum. Thank you, Tampa Lion. Make sure guys are listening to him and slapping that like button. And subscribe to all my brothers on the panel as well. Big up to A Fresh to TV. He says, LB, is it a fact that the rest of your team is shit? Only Haaland has scored goals.
What are we doing
Yeah. It's a good question, to be fair. No context, there'll be just factually. Is it a fact?
Is it? No, it's
A
not.
Fresh TV. I took it personally.
Now, if you say why it's not LB, then you're making excuses.
Weak argument.
I'm not giving context in it, you know what I mean?
He's not giving context. Weak argument judging a player after 7 games is what Chai
No, and they're shit. It's a legit conversation to have.
But my issue with that,
No, hold on.
My issue with that conversation, though, Chai Koto, is all the Arsenal fans saying that in the chat are the same people judging Verts and
it's not the same people. No, it's not the same people because you're saying judging. He's not saying that you guys said he was shit. He's saying that you guys are judging him in any way. He's saying that he's been. Look, saying he's been disappointing so far is the only correct way to say it. The way LB said it. But anyone else saying, "Oh, I don't think Arsenal should have signed him. I don't rate the player at all," after the 7 games is too early. Yeah, if you said it before he signed, then it's different because then you didn't rate him to begin with. But if you rated Gyökeres and then now he's joined after 7 games, you're thinking, I don't rate him anymore, then it's too early.
Big up to Joe for the raid as well. Shout out Joe and all the Leeds fans. Like the video on your way in. Big up to Akia who says, big up everyone in the panel. Big up to Sam. You'll never walk alone. Big up to you, Akia. You get me. We got plenty of content today. We got MHF after this as well. We're live on Staffy's channel at 7. I'm also doing a solo stream at 11. So we're kind of mixing it up for you guys. So everyone can stop.
I didn't get an invite to Staffy. I didn't get an invite.
Are you bringing up the tactics board on the solo stream, Sam?
No. Why would you be invited to a Liverpool United preview? What you gonna do, Souls? Be the referee of the stream?
Yeah, bro, he thinks he's the special guest ref.
He's gonna be special guest referee. You know, like what are you doing?
Don't avoid Charlie's question. Are you going to get the board out?
Yeah,
and
you're getting the
start
tactics
playing
board out.
him?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't plan my solo shows. You can ask
The
LB.
tactics
That's
board
what
is
we do
coming
solo
out.
stream, we don't plan.
He
them. We
definitely
just
does,
go.
by the way.
He gets the tactics board out. For sure.
I actually, I swear I don't. I literally just do whatever I feel like. That's the best part of doing a solo stream. Victor is the best signing for Arsenal. LB Staffy, are you telling me that Premier League defenders are trash? And Staffy, please stop cutting people off.
Why is this guy, why is this guy
Mind games.
North Korea, bro? Why if it we live in
Mind
North Korea?
games.
Are we North Korean? Is anyone on this panel North Korean? Why are we not allowed to talk about it? We're not allowed to talk about it. Not allowed to have a conversation. That's all we're doing.
What's when you say Staffy stop cutting people off? I think Staffy said like maybe total 30 words.
I barely spoke, bro. But listen, this is what a debate is. We don't give each other 5 minutes to speak interrupted until we say something. I'll cheek Oda, I'll tell you this. I don't tell you how to sell cars. Don't tell me how to do YouTube. All right? You have a great day.
Mind games.
Never mind Havertz. Moreno will bench Jokeras, is what Tampa Line is saying.
Wow, Moreno's scoring goals.
Moreno is scoring goals. I can't lie to you.
Moreno
He
is.
scored again as well for Spain, by the way. He did.
Twice.
So yeah, big up to all of you guys. Like I said, hit the like button, subscribe. Anyway, we're gonna talk about Liverpool Man United next. The biggest game in English football. It was such a nice break. 50 minutes without talking about Liverpool is beautiful now. I can't wait for this international break to be over because you get me.
Yeah,
Anyway,
can't wait.
let me actually put Staffy on the big screen first.
No.
You're the visiting team. Talk to me,
I
brother.
don't like
You
being on the
should,
big
be
screen.
you should be taking the heat, to be honest, this time. That's shameless putting Staffy.
Yeah, you should be in the middle, bro. You're home. You're supposed to be going for the league. You're the biggest club in England now.
Get yourself in the middle.
Oh, did Staffy
Yeah,
just say we're the
right.
biggest club in England? Thank you for admitting
I
it.
said, aren't you the biggest club in England? No, yeah.
Yeah, we
You
are.
say
100%.
that.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, I've had my days in the limelight. LB did the same thing. It's time we hand it on to someone else, bro. Listen, we know we are getting too old for this, so we're giving it to the youth. You know, we're giving it to the next generation, and we chose you.
No,
The
Next generation, I'm a year younger than you.
No. Staffy.
There you go. So you're the next generation. I'm old, bro.
Wait, quickly. Guys, Chike has
Liverpool are not better.
Chike has responded. Wait, let's explore this beef a
Staffy's been
little bit.
chatting BS all morning.
You can tell me how to sell cars, but you're chatting bullshit all morning. Here's Chike.
He's allowed his opinion, man.
If that's your opinion, Chick Otto, it's okay. I mean, clearly you lost your head, so don't lose those sales as well. But continue.
Hey, Chike, I hope God
got
willing, you make 100 more sales. You get me? Keep sending in
hold
those.
on.
That's...
No, but
I'll
no,
tell you
hold
this,
on.
Chick Otto. Jake Oda, I'll tell him this because I remember he told us he has a dealership in Texas or something. If Yokers doesn't score 20 plus goals, you owe me a free car. Because the way you talking about Yokers is pissing me off. You better ship me a car.
Free car is crazy.
A free car.
I need a free car. Listen, I'll let him.
Well, you're gonna fly. You'll fly to Texas to pick it up, and then you'll drive it back.
Hey, if it's a free car,
bro, wallah, I'll drive it back, or I'll leave it in Jacob's car garage. That's what I'll do. I'll just drive to Jacob and just leave it there.
Let me actually check. Drive from Texas to New York. How long does it take?
Oh,
That's probably like
it takes
day and a half.
26 hours.
26 hours.
That's less than I thought. I said a day and a
That's
half.
not even that bad. So what? You'd sleep
Not
like
26-hour drive is not that
What
bad.
part of
Yeah,
Texas,
but
though?
I've done 23-hour drives before. We've driven from UAE to Jordan before.
But what part of Texas, though?
I don't know, but
Texas is
that
big,
should
isn't
only
it?
add like 2 more hours or something.
Now Texas is massive, isn't it?
Yeah, but you got to
Texas is
sleep as
huge.
well, isn't it? You guys are forgetting about sleep. You can't just drive.
Yeah, not
for
doing a
26
20.
hours.
Yeah, I was about to say.
26 hours straight.
So Staffy, if Staffy was to do this, he'll probably have to sleep somewhere in like Tennessee, Kentucky area.
Well,
And
that's
then
why I'm
he'd-
technically right by saying a day and a half. Because, like, if you think about it, driving for 26 hours, let's say I sleep a good 5-6 hours, that's a day and a half. That's decent.
Yeah, 100%. It's like it's the same as. Let me actually check distance from UAE to Jordan. Like if we've done this before, right? Because we used to actually go by car before. Yeah, it's the same thing. 24 hours. 24 hours.
Mm.
Yep.
So
Same
long.
thing. Yeah, but we would stop like 5 hours away from the Jordanian borders, stay there overnight, and then do the rest in the morning, basically, when we wake up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you'd have to stop by. Anyway, Liverpool Man United. So, guys, let's just
You must
establish
win.
important detail. Liverpool have to win the game, chat. Liverpool have to win the chat. Liverpool have to win the game, guys. There is no if, buts, or maybes about this. This is a must-win game for us. If Man United lose, it means nothing. Like, with all due respect, it changes nothing around the Man United conversation. Maybe, like, in terms of, like, for Staffy, for Saeed, for, like, the United family.
It'll be back-to-back wins. The first back-to-back wins under Amorim in the league. I'm
saying if they lose. If they lose, nothing happens.
If they win,
life just carries on. If they win, it's... I'm gonna say this honestly. This game is 100% about Liverpool Football Club. Even if United win, other than the Man United fans, everyone's going to be saying Liverpool is shit. No one's going to be saying Man United are great. That's the reality. So for me, like, this is the game by hook or by crook, by any way, shape, or form. Just get the 3 points. This is the one game I'm gonna excuse all performances. I don't care. We have to win, bro. Like, put the 3 points in the bag, because we're coming off the back of 3 losses, as you guys know. It's been a very crazy atmosphere in the Liverpool fan base for the last, probably, I'd say 2 weeks. It's been a madness. So we have to win the game. We absolutely have to. Slot has to get his shit together. I'm so glad LB agreed with me on the terrace, because he's the only one that understood my point. It's way more likely, if Liverpool lose the game, that it's a Slot disaster class than an Amorim masterclass. Because on paper, we are so much better than them that we simply have to deliver. There is no excuses. There is just no excuses at all. We have what it takes. We have the team. We have the manager. We have the players. We just have to do it. Simple as that. We just have to do it. No excuses, no bullshit.
Can you bring up these super chats, man?
Right, there's beef here about
fucking killing me, bro.
Yeah, bring him up.
Okay, so let's go to this. Okay, for real, I'm losing brain cells listening to you and LB.
I go to the next one.
Then A says Auto LLC brought a car from you, didn't last a day. That's a lie. You're using British pound and telling an American you bought a car.
And the next one is the best one. Look.
Yeah.
You have 10 years warranty. Bring it back. Hey, Chaik, I love you, man. Thank you so much.
Big up Chaik. Listen, big up Chaik, man. Big up Chaik.
Said you're not going to ruin my business. You give warranties. Bring it back.
Chaik is different. Aye, that company Chaik works for needs to give him a raise, boy. He's defending them to the brim.
Yeah. No one. You're the owner, Chaik, right? I think he's the owner. Because his name is Chaik.
I mean, if he's going around calling himself Chaik Auto LLC, putting his literally his business name out there, I'd hope he's the owner.
So that's my thoughts on Liverpool Man United. Charlie, why do you have a lot to say about Liverpool recently? I realized this. What is it?
Good, Charlie. Don't let him gaslight you. Say yes. We have more to say about Liverpool. Yes.
Yeah, we do. Mate, we do have a lot to say, because you are the defending champions and you're a record-breaking transfer window, and you're trying to say there should be no heat on you. What's that about?
I just said the opposite of that. You shameless.
No, I don't mean. I just mean in general. Liverpool are trying to sort of play this underdog card, and it's a transition season, and it's this and it's that. It's not. You must win. And I was having this conversation with Mo yesterday. What's a bigger failure, Husam, if you don't win the league after your summer of spending, or if Arsenal don't win the league? What's a bigger
genuinely
failure?
If Arsenal don't win the league?
That's a bigger failure than you not winning the league after your record-breaking window.
100%. Okay, put it this way. End of the season, Arsenal don't win the league. 80% Arsenal fans are Arteta out. Liverpool don't win the league. 20% of Liverpool fans are Slot out.
Yeah,
genuinely.
Fair.
Because Slot has already gotten me over the line, so we're gonna have to give him a year, basically. I'm actually I'll give you a genuine, objective answer.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair.
Thank you. So now, can we get back to the Liverpool Man United, guys?
Yeah, please continue.
Yes, Staffy, LB, Souls.
I mean, what happens if you give Amorim his first back-to-back win in the league? That's all I want to know.
That's terrible if that happens.
I'm gonna take Tom Little.
Slot out.
You'll be slot out. There'll be an emergency meeting. Slot out.
No,
let's get back to the analysis.
Yeah.
Slot out. I played that clip so much, I remember it word for word. That's my analysis for this. Slot out.
Guys, Souls realize he's muted.
Look how he's so solid. He hates that clip.
He's on the phone.
Oh, he's on the phone.
He's on the phone. Very, very professional, by the way.
Review souls.
Bun, you guys, you scrubs. You scrubs.
You guys need to understand, Souls has a lot of side checks, so he has to keep
I
up.
was about to say,
Yeah.
we can't wait until the stream ends.
Listen, stop.
He can't make a mistake as well. Don't call one of them the other one's name. Be careful.
Yeah.
Huh? You're being very-
Fucking madness, bro. But listen, Husam's only side chick's Arteta.
Alhamdulillah, I don't have side
Anyways, let's let him
Exactly.
get away
That's
from
what,
this.
exactly. So I don't either then. So apply the same context to me, you scrub.
Why are you so angry? He just said you have so many women in your life. That's a compliment. He said you're a
Right.
good-looking man who has so many women in their life, in his life. It's a compliment, bro. Why are you so upset? You just get upset without even understanding what we're saying about you. That's fine, bro. Anyways, no, so put yourself back in the middle. I want to know what happens if Slot gives Amarim his first back-to-back win. That's all I want to know. Because I don't think there's much I need to tell you about United that you don't know already. You know, we're going to Anfield, a place that we don't really have a good record there recently. You know, we're 10th in the
happens is I will
table.
fly Tom Little to Switzerland. We're gonna set in them nuclear bunkers that's made to survive nuclear warfare.
Wait, so you're only saving Tom Little?
I'm gonna do just Husam X Tom Little for 7 days straight.
Mate, there's 100% emergency meeting taking place Sunday
100%.
night.
I'm
think it's
probably
gonna
gonna get
be
like
an
7
insane
Liverpool
cooking,
fans
bro.
at 1 a.m. on Sunday to do an emergency meeting or something.
I think it's
Genuinely.
more than that, bro.
Yeah,
It's generally more than that.
draw is terrible as well. Even a draw is disgrace.
Oh yeah.
Are we going
Draws
to
terrible.
contextualize that though, or are we just going to talk about the results so we don't upset souls? That's all. 'Cause, like, what if Liverpool play a good game and then the United shit house like a last minute goal and we draw?
No,
You know.
Look at this.
No, but on the real though, I don't think this Liverpool
Why does he
team,
look like
listen,
he's battle
they-
rapping when he's
Bro,
talking?
I'm gonna get on to you now. I'm gonna get on to you like now.
He's moving like a bomb
Now
bro.
everybody
He's
from
like-
the 3-1-3, put your Now Wally stands tough. Go ahead. Yeah, I think this game is all about Liverpool. I agree, and it's must win for us 100%. I never ever denied this once. It's so must win for us. It's not even a joke. Like, we actually have to win. There is genuinely nothing. Like, there is zero excuses. We have all what it takes, and we have to beat you. If we don't,
Realistically, I do
get
think
something
United
out of
can. I do think United can get something out of this game.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you guys have been playing that good, and I still want to do. I still want to put enough pressure on the manager, where I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's okay, it's Anfield, just pat him on the back. I said the same thing when we were going to the Etihad. I'm gonna say the same thing where we're going here. This manager is out of time. He doesn't have too much time on his hands. He wasted all the time that he was given, basically. And this is the part where he needs to deliver and needs to get the results. Whether we think he's going to win or not is not my point. I still have to demand a performance and hope for a result. I don't think it's the easiest place to go and win regardless. Because listen, say what you want about how bad Liverpool have been. And I've said a lot, actually. But they've lost all 3 games away from home.
Yeah.
Technically, I can at least, as a Liverpool fan, you can at least look at that and say, well, we didn't lose any of those 3 at home. When we come back at home, it's still Anfield, the atmosphere, da-da-da-da-da-da. Sure. I was on Said's channel yesterday and we were talking about when did it all go to, like, because it was always like, all right, it was always a tough game, United versus Liverpool at Old Trafford or Anfield. But we felt like at some point there was like a mentality shift where, like, oh, we're not just playing a rival, we're going to get whooped at Anfield. At some point, we just started getting whooped every time we go to Anfield. Not lose, whooped. And I think it's been since the Jose Mourinho days, since we go there and we just park the bus and we pray we don't get embarrassed. And yet every time we do get embarrassed, technically the best result, or the best performance, I should say, we had in Anfield since Louis van Gaal days, because he was the only one that kind of like had Liverpool's number, was technically Amarim last season. We did outplay them. We did leave with a point. And if you're being honest, if Maguire just hits that, that's 3-2, last kick of the game, and we win. That was the best chance we had to get a result in Anfield for like almost a decade now. There's more of a mentality issue going to Anfield for us right now rather than just a skill issue, because the skill issue obviously doesn't help you when you don't have the superior players. But we just go every time, and it's just like we're expecting to get whooped. Regardless of all that, though, I'm still expecting this manager, based on the results that I've seen that haven't been good enough since he's here, I expect him to eventually You need to get some run games. You need to get some good results. You need to get some good performances. I don't think our performance last game was amazing, but we left with a convincing win. I don't think anyone looked at Sunderland and said, you know what, they were done hard, or they probably should have left with something. At no point did I feel like Sunderland deserved to win that game. For once, I need to see a run. And I know people are going to say like, oh, but why would you expect to go into Anfield? It's not that. He's been given so many chances. That Chelsea win, when we had, that was the perfect chance to go and win the next game. And what did we do? I forgot who we lost to, but we went and lost the next game. Does anyone remember? We lost so many games that I don't even remember who we lost to after we beat Chelsea.
Oh, Brentford.
Lost to Brentford. You lost to Brentford, yeah.
Brentford, exactly. It's been so many times where we're like, all right, now you have to do it. Now you have to do it. Now you have to do it. The one thing I'll give Emrim, though, if you want to earn some United fans back on your side, or just give yourself a glimmer of hope, this is the game to do it. There's nothing better than going to Anfield and leaving with a result. Not only are you going to be able to say, I finally got my back-to-back wins, you're going to earn a lot of United fans back on your side, right or wrong. I mean, I'm not one of them, but right or wrong. But you go and get a result in Anfield, that is a good way for you to finally relieve some pressure. Does that mean that long-term, I think a lot of things are going to change? I'll probably still say no, because 2 results is not enough for me. But you got to start somewhere. And if you want to start somewhere, that is the best way for you. Equally, though, I do want to say this about Liverpool. You've had a lot of underperforming players. You haven't had a great start to the season. You probably got too many results in your favor that you probably didn't deserve, and they finally caught up to you. I will say this equally, though. Mo Salah, stinker of a season. What is the best time to bounce back? Against United. Verts, Isak. When's the best time to finally sign? I mean, I know Isak has 1 goal against Southampton, but when you disregard that, when's the best time to finally put your best performance for your new club and get a couple goals or a couple GA in general, whatever, and leave with a result? Is the United game. There's so many things on both sides, in my opinion, that players or managers or whoever can do to actually, you know what, let me clean up my image a little bit, or let me just, you know what, this is a great time for me to, like, I don't know, like revive my season or kick off my season or whatever it is, you know? So I think there's a lot of pressure on both teams in this game. I don't think, I know Husam said a lot more pressures on Liverpool, and I think we can all agree, but I don't think it's just as easy as saying, you know what, Emram gets a free hit, it's Anfield anyways. He's run out of free hits, bro.
But okay, Staffy, hear me out.
How many games do you got left, Amarin?
As much as you're saying that, though, let's say you lose, right? And let's say you lose badly. Let's say
5-0.
Liverpool beat you 3-0, okay? Bad result, blah, 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 everything.
I always think we're one very bad result away from him actually getting the boot.
Yeah.
Yes, but you say that, but it, like, so many bad results. Okay, here's my thing, right? Amarim loses this game 3-0. What happens? Like, what happens next? Amarim ain't going to get sacked.
He's not going to get
same
sacked.
thing is going to continue.
Nothing will happen.
I don't think he'll get sacked because
That's
of losing
why
to
me
Liverpool
saying
3-0.
100% pressure on Liverpool is not me being dishonest. That's what I believe.
He's standing on the edge right now. That's what. So imagine
What is
this.
he? Didn't
You're
your
on a
owner just
cliff.
come out and say he's got 3 years or
For
something?
3 years. He needs to show you the
Not
good
really.
character
If
for
you
3
listen
years.
to the interview, first of all, he was kind of like pressured to like answer that because he tried to avoid it. So I can already tell from his body language he didn't want to really give an answer. And he said basically Amarim has to prove he's a good manager within like over 3 years, in those exact words. So he said he has to prove that he's a top manager within in those 3 years. He didn't say he has 3 years to prove himself. I'm gonna give him a free hit for 3 years. He never really said that. He tried to avoid the answer, and he said Amarim is a good guy. And the guy was like, yeah, but that's not the answer I'm looking for. I'm asking you about him as a manager, like how good he's been doing and how long you're gonna give him and shit like that. So he was kind of forced to give that answer. I don't believe Ratcliffe one bit, because he came out and said the same thing about Ten Hag, said Ten Hag is a top coach, da-da-da-da-da. And then all the news came out that he wanted to sack him, and it was his name, Ashworth, wanted to keep him. And then that's why Ashworth actually got sacked at that time. And then eventually they sacked him anyways. I don't believe him one bit. I think he had to lie to the media anyways. And he had to, I mean, what is he going to do? He's going to come out and say, yeah, if Amarim doesn't get a result next game, I'm sacking his ass. He's not going to say that. No one's going to really say that. You know, he's going to come out and pretend that he backs him, whether he believes it or not. But I don't think he's meaning like, oh, yeah, he has 3 years and we're going to back him regardless. I don't even think his contract runs for another 3 years, by the way, because I swear we signed him on a 3-year deal. He's already done one of them. So he's technically contracted for 2 more years at the club. So even if he wanted to give him 3 years, he can't, because his contract will run out in 2 seasons. You know, but no, I think this, Husam, I understand what you mean. Like, yeah, he's lost already a lot. Why does this loss get him sacked? unless it's an embarrassment, like a 5-0, whatever, I don't think he gets sacked based on one result. But to me, as I said, he's standing on a cliff. And like every time you poke him, he might move like one extra like inch. But that 1 inch, because of where he is, could be crucial because he's always 1 inch closer to just falling off that cliff. And I believe every defeat is just like a nail in his coffin. Because I'll tell you what, he'll lose, and people say, yeah, Liverpool is a better team, but what's going to be in the news? Amorim, still no back-to-back wins. Amorim is sitting in bottom half of the table. There's so many things that are going to follow up.
And I hear what you're saying. I just feel that with United, like, Amorim is destined to be fired. I feel like Amorim knows he's going to get sacked. I think the players know he's going to get sacked. United fans know he's going to get sacked. So I feel like it's not really a pressure, more of just like we're just going to expect it. If Liverpool lose this game, they are in crisis mode. Yeah. They're in crisis mode.
Yeah,
if they draw, that's still not great and it's still really bad. Yeah, Liverpool cannot afford to drop points. They're at home as well. The amount of pressure that's on Liverpool in this game for me is mad. Like, and to be fair, I do think they'll win. I think Liverpool will win comfortably, if I'm being honest with you. But the pressure's huge, and the pressure is on Slot. I actually don't even feel the pressure's really on the players because I feel like the pressure's on the manager. The manager's the one under pressure. He's got all these top elite level players, expensive players, and at the moment, as we discussed last week and the week before, he is struggling to find a system that gets the best out of all these players. So the pressure's on him, not the board. You know, last season, at the start of the season, yeah, Husam was on here cussing the board out. Why are we not signing any players? The pressure was on the board. Yeah. Then obviously as the season went on, the pressure wasn't on the manager. He didn't get any players. The pressure was on the players to perform. Now the pressure is on the manager. And I can't lie, man. I've seen signs of crack. I'm hearing some of the stuff that he's saying, the way that he's moving, the way that he's the starting 11s. I just think he's under pressure, man. And he's got to respond. And I think if he gets it wrong, and this is what Husam was speaking about when we was on the terrace on Tuesday, if Slot gets the starting 11 wrong, yeah, if Liverpool don't win this game, it's on Slot, in my opinion. Now, if I'm wrong, we'll speak about it next week. We'll say, oh, actually, it was this. But in my opinion,
if Amorim has a masterclass, we'll say it.
Exactly. But in my opinion, the only way Liverpool don't win this game is if Slot gets it wrong. And if I'm wrong on that, then no upper hands up and say first. But that's my opinion at the moment. I think that's the only way Liverpool lose this game.
I agree. And people have been mad at me for saying, like, we beat ourselves in the last 2 games. But I'm sorry, I'm holding my club accountable to not beating Achimpong and Badiashile. Like, what? Like, we're sat here, like, I had Winter Surfer on the show, and he's like, this is Sanchez's most comfortable game. And then you're mad at me for saying we beat ourselves. Like, Sanchez could have had Shisha in the game, bro. That's how like ineffective we were. But for me, this is just such a must-win game for us. Honestly, like, there is no any other way to put it. Like, this Liverpool absolutely have to win this game. And it's just a disgrace if we don't. And it's an embarrassment if we don't. And it's all on us. We do what's expected, in my opinion. We leave Anfield with 3 points. We bullshit. The players bullshit. Slot bullshits. We just leave without the 3 points. That's just how I look at it. And I don't think that's me being disingenuous or unfair to Man United. I get it that there are certain things that Amorim can make. Yes, of course, Amorim can set them up in a low block. Amorim can set them up to counterattack in a perfect method in terms of like the wing backs with the 2-10s, etc. Amorim could pick the correct midfield, but I get that. Amorim can do as much as he wants, but at the end of the day, with the powers that we have, with the rockets that we have, we have Salah, Wirtz, Isak, even Cody Gakpo, like Szoboszlai, whoever, like all of these players are much better, with all due respect, than the Man United starting players, which is why we have to deliver.
It's that simple.
Yep. Let me grab these supers before we just end on the City section. Big up to a red line of Teranga who says, we beating United 4-1. Heard it here first. Habibi, inshallah. Wallahi, inshallah. Wallahi, I'm tired, red line. Wallahi, I'm tired. Bro, you guys say the international break has been boring. Habibi, I am tired. I am tired. You got me. Shout out to my Nigerian brothers. I give up. Bro, I need a win, bro. I need a win. I ain't made for this losing life. Big up to Akia who says it will never happen, but let's be honest, if we lose 3-0, we're all slot out even for just one day. Bro, I won't predict my reaction for Sunday, but if we do lose 3-0, bro, forget slot out or not slot out.
Your
We're gonna have
FSG
to
out,
start
bro.
having existential conversations. Like I'm talking about like crisis meeting. Forget emergency meeting. I'll actually just for LB. LB, last season when you were losing like a lot of games, what were you titling your streams?
Crisis meeting after the 1 in 14.
Crisis, panic, emergency.
I'm a message LB. I'm like, give me a synonym for emergency meeting. Like crisis, guys. This is mad. If LFC don't win, that means next Premier League in the 5 years. To be honest, AMT, I'll be honest with you. Even if we don't win the league this season, I can almost like guarantee that we win it next year.
Oh,
because the players will be there for a whole season. LB will know what I'm talking about. Like they've completely adapted and stuff, and suddenly you start seeing all these players perform like they've been there for 10 years. So, yeah. Of course, Staffy, Tom's Husam's son is what Red Lion Traga is saying. Hey, we're gonna fly. I'm gonna fly him over to Switzerland. Me and Thomas on some emergency meeting settings. You get me, just out there in the bunkers in the middle of nowhere in the cave. You get me just going like, okay, Tom. So like, what do we do now? Like, what's the solution now, Tom? There is no solution. We are fucked. Big up to you, man, Red Lion Taranga. And look, finally, LB get to be on the main screen. Big up to all of you guys. 800 people locked in. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this Thursday. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing, please. Every single one of you guys, please hit the like button, subscribe. Keep getting stuck in the chat. Keep letting me know your opinions. Big up to Chaik Auto. Big up to everyone who super chatted, the Red Lion, Akia, everyone who's shown us love. I appreciate you guys so much. So please, like and subscribe. Like I said, I'm actually closing in on 61.5k. So let's get there with you guys' support. So yeah. Anyway, LB, Manchester City versus Everton. Are you gonna go on a winning run now, or do you think this is a tough test for you?
Jack Grealish.
No, he can't play.
Can't play.
Oh, he's on loan. True.
He
He can't play.
He can't play,
I'm
man.
thinking that they sold him, bro. I don't know why.
No, they loaned him.
There's a 50 mil buy option or something in there, but
Yeah. Now we need to win. We're under pressure, as everybody is, but we're under pressure to win games. We can't be drawing. We need to win the match. Anything other than a win, we'll be mad disappointed. But it's more than that. I need to start seeing some good performances. Yeah, I'm very much a person who believes in performances dictate long-term results. I've said this for years. It's been something that I truly believe in football. Yeah, and this is why last year when City were winning games, but we were crap, I was saying to the chat, "Yo, it's not looking good, Brev." And then after three losses in a row, I said we're fucked, like proper fucked. Got a lot of heat, and then we won one in the next 11. So I was right. We've not been performing amazing, but we've been performing all right at periods. So like first 45 against Brentford, very good. Second 45, poor. First 45 against Monaco, good. Second 45, poor. First 45 against Brighton, good. Second 45, dog shit. So I need to win, but I also need to start seeing better performances for 90 minutes, man. So that's going to be something that I'm going to be looking at on Saturday.
Is that Etihad, LB? Is it at home?
Yeah. But we should be winning, man. All our players are fit, which is great. That's great news. So we'll see what happens, man. But I'm pretty confident we'll get the win. It's just I want to start seeing performances. You know, when like you're winning, yeah, but like you're not really playing well, and it's like this ain't sustainable. Yeah, and that's obviously the Premier League. The Champions League different, right? Because Champions League, you know, the best team don't always win. You just need to turn up on the day. Premier League's different. You've got to be consistent. Yeah. And that's what I need to start seeing there. I need to see some good performances, not just wins. And everyone's like, "Oh, we won." It's like, nah, I need to start seeing some decent performances now as well. So we'll see, man. But everyone's fit, bar Rodri. We'll see what happens, man. But I think we'll win the games. You know, Grealish is out. He's been their best player. He's out. So we'll see what happens, man.
Why is Martin always calling out LB? Why are you always calling out LB, Martin? Huh? What's up with that ginger on ginger violence? What's happening, man? What's happening, Martin? Martin, we need an explanation. Because his first comment walking in is, so LB A or B, you fraud. Lol.
So there's drama in the locker room at the Man
drama in the
Creators locker room.
What does ALB mean? I don't know what that means.
Who is Hamza with? Is he with LB or with Martin?
Hamza's depot team LB, bro.
Wait, so if there's cliques LB, what's the cliques in the locker room in the Man City group? Who's the cliques?
Hamza, LB. Yeah, we're on one. He wants crisis meetings in Kenya.
Martin is with the rest on the other. No, actually, Vater is with you guys as well because he follows Hamza everywhere. So you have to go put Vater in there.
True. He likes to call him professor and shit.
Yeah, he likes to call him professor. And the rest of the City fans are all on the other side. You get me?
Exactly,
so.
man.
Yeah,
exactly.
He was playing EFC with the Martin the other day, so I'll be careful. Maybe he's with the other clique. He just didn't tell you. Don't make sure he doesn't snake you. That's all.
Who's more likely to drop points this weekend, City or Arsenal?
Arsenal.
Ooh.
Arsenal
are Fulham away, City are Everton.
Arsenal's record.
Surely you've got to say Arsenal. Fulham away is a difficult game for them. And to be fair, we have dropped points against Everton in the last couple of years, but
that's
my point. Has been good this year.
Yeah,
I just feel that like Haaland, mate.
Yeah, he's a joke.
They do have an X factor. Yeah. It's very hard to just ignore. Haaland is so good right now, and it's crazy for me to say this because I criticized him a lot in the beginning. He was getting the goals. Don't get me wrong. It was just his overall game, and I just think the way his overall game has grown in 3 years. And people just kind of don't talk about it enough, which is why low-key sometimes I hate football fans. They just like to talk about goals only. Like his game has improved so much, bro. And how old is he? LB 25?
Yeah, 26. Not even at his best yet. It's mad.
He's so young still, bro, and he's adding so much to his game. And it's crazy for me to say because like I'm a United fan. I'm not meant to enjoy someone doing that for City, but as a football fan, it is a joy to watch. I can't lie. Like I watch and I'm like, yo, this guy's a fucking freak of nature right now. He's doing like what was it last game? I think he's just like displaced the ball from the defender, bullied him, and took it himself.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen a lot of these goals of him throughout his career. We were just calling him a tapping merchant and shit like that because of how good City were. But now when City are not actually giving him the ball on the plate, he's still finding a way to get goals. And I'll be honest with you, winning a 1-0 game like that because of Haaland, to me, that's more impressive than Haaland scoring a hat trick in a game that you guys won 4-5-6-0 anyways. You know, it really does come a long way. And I think Haaland is just getting in he's developing into another phase in his career right now, and we're witnessing happening. But like, I feel like because of how good his first season was with the amount of goals, people are not really noticing it. They just think like, oh, it's his slowest start. He wasn't as good as he was 3 years ago. No, he's even better. The numbers just haven't followed yet, but I think he's even better. So it's hard to look at
the numbers are following
in
some things, but the numbers are following in other things. So he is now 1 game and 1 goal away from matching the all-time international goal record of every game you score, which is currently Milan Galic from 1960 for Yugoslavia. He scored in 10 games in a row for Yugoslavia. Not Haaland for Norway has now scored in 9 games in a row. So he's one game off matching that record. He's only not scored in 1 game in the Premier League this season, which is Spurs. He scored in every other game. And
obviously, it was going to be Spurs.
Obviously, it was going to be Spurs. And he actually, you know what? He actually should have scored in that game as well.
Yeah,
he had that header off Cherky. Yeah, he definitely should have scored. But he's just. And the thing is, like with him in the team, you've always got a chance. Like there's not a lot of these players in the world, man. But you got these type of players in the team. One shot he had against Brentford, and he created it himself.
All you need, yeah.
And like Staffy said, he created that goal himself, man. Yeah, it's people try to glaze Gvardiol past. Gvardiol just puts the ball forward to him. He's the one who creates that goal. And I actually think like some of his hold-up play this year has been phenomenal. I didn't actually think he had it in his locker. But I wasn't asked about it because I was like, who gives a shit? Scoring 50 goals a season. I don't really care about your hold-up play and that. But now he's developing this. I'm like, yo, I didn't think he had this in him, to be honest with you. The way like he's linking up with like Foden and Reinders and that is great. And he's not even played with Cherky yet properly. And I think, Cherky's probably, in terms of creativity, our most creative player in the whole squad. So when he gets going, hopefully that'll help as well. So, yeah, we just got to keep him fit, to be honest with you, because, without him, that's the only real downside. And there was obviously a super chat before about it, taking a piss a bit, but there is a little bit of a concern of like, if he doesn't score, who scores in our team? So that's it. But what is obviously at the moment, don't really matter because he's fit, but yeah, we just could do with some other players chipping in, Foden and get a bit more Reinders and then our wingers in it. But bro, it's slow. I feel like we're building slowly, man. I feel like a lot of people have got City under the radar, but we're on a 7-match.
That was my next question. Do you think City can win the league this season? Honestly,
yeah, of course I do. Yeah, I do.
But explain.
I do. I do. You know that. I think a lot of things have to happen. Yeah, for us to win the league. I think Rodri needs to come back fit and stay fit. And you don't have to happen now, yeah. Just like from maybe January, February time, yeah. He has to come back, stay fit. Haaland needs to stay fit, yeah. And we probably need Foden to really kick on.
When's Marmoush back?
He's back.
Oh, he's back already, is he?
Yeah, he's in training. Aït-Nouri's back in training. Mamouche is back in training. Everyone's fit by Rodri.
Yeah. How important do you reckon he's going to be, Marmoush?
Well, I don't think he's going to be starting games at the moment because
throughout this season, do you think
need these players, bro? Yeah, you need these players, man. I would say, right, you want to City on the treble, yeah. In the final, on the bench, we had Kyle Walker, Laporte, Alvarez, Foden, Cole Palmer, all on the bench. Mahrez, 6 on the bench, bro. Yeah, you need these players. You need these players in your team that maybe just like in and out, but like quality players, not like scrubs, like genuinely like world-class players.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mahrez probably walks into 99% of teams around the world. Yeah, he was on the bench in the final. Laporte walks into 99% of teams in the world on the bench. Alvarez gets an 80-odd million pound move the summer after to Atletico. Benched. Foden, benched. Yeah, and then what happens? Kevin De Bruyne gets injured in 20 minutes. Most people will be panicking. I got Phil Foden coming on the pitch in the Champions League final. Yeah, you need to have this quality in your squad. Yeah, and obviously, I don't think Mamouche is going to be starting games a lot, but I think.
Do you think he's part of your best team when everyone's fit?
At the moment, well, the way Doku's playing, probably not, bro.
Doku's been called this season.
He's been class, yeah.
That's the only thing Vader got right. Like Doku actually has been, you know what's worrying me?
Vader supports every City player, and when one hits, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I told you. Yeah, you said all of them were great." He was still back in Walker last season, and look at him now. He's in Burnley. Come on, man.
Yeah, Vader.
Don't give Vader credit here.
He's the biggest gaslighter. My thing is like, you see what's worrying me. Big up to Yanks says scenes of City wins the league. LB revenge arc soon. You want to know something? LB sounds like me at the start of last.
Me in a Ballon d'Or. Wait, put that picture again.
No, that's
me with the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, that's you.
That's you, mate.
Big up, Yanks, man. If you know, you know. Shut up, Ryan Sharkey.
And now here's
the thing. What's worrying me about what LB is saying is the fact that he sounds like me last season. Because at the beginning of last year, I was like, okay, so how can Liverpool win the league? I'm like, a lot of things have to go our way. We have to keep this guy fit. This guy needs to do this. This guy needs to do that. While everyone was watching City Arsenal, we just snuck in and won the league. And that's what's worrying me right now. Like, I'm listening to LB and he's saying he sounds exactly like I sounded at the start of last season, bro. It's just, yeah. I'm worried about them. But we'll see. It's all about consistency for City. They win these next games. Like, I think they have a run of winnable fixtures up until the Liverpool game. So, obviously, Manchester City, I think, I actually looked at their fixtures. They play Everton at home, and then they got... No, actually, sorry. It wasn't City with a winnable run. It was Chelsea. My bad.
Yeah.
City actually have the tough run. So, they got Everton at home, Villa away, Bournemouth, and then they got Liverpool in the Premier League. So, they don't have an easy game. So, we'll see how they come out of the next 4 games, because there is, like... Nothing is guaranteed in the Premier League. They might easily lose a couple of games here and there. They might easily win a couple of games here and there. So, we'll see. Time will establish what City are. But my only issue with people surrounding City conversations is they say Erling Haaland is responsible for 86% of City goals. This is not sustainable. But... Okay, so who carried Liverpool's attack last season? Mohamed Salah. Who won the league? Mohamed Salah. And I don't think... I think people are over analyzing how much like Haaland is carrying Man City, because we've seen this happen before with successful league titles. Like, people said the same exact same thing about Mo Salah last season, and guess what? He delivered. So what's stopping Haaland from delivering until the end of the season?
Nothing.
What's stopping him?
Just got to stay fit.
No, he's done it before. Yeah. I mean, last year, if you take out penalties, he was only 1 behind Salah. And yeah, that was his worst season. Everyone was saying he was shit.
Yeah.
There's 1 goal behind Salah last year if you take out penalties, man. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, people, like, the standards are so mad But and again, that's probably a warning sign, wasn't it? Last year that he had his bad season, yeah, by his standards, and he was still 1 goal behind a top scorer. It's just like, and now he just looks mega. I mean, for me, I kind of knew the guy was going to cook you. I watched a video that City did right at the start of the season before we kicked the ball. And Haaland was walking in, and they were like, yo, what you saying? And he says, I feel great. I feel so fresh. I feel ready to go. And I was like, yo, the guy. And then every time he's on a pitch now, he's like smiling and that. And I think, you know what? Something that we've not mentioned. I think Donnarumma's a big thing.
Yeah.
He's really good mates with Donnarumma, isn't it? And I feel like, we underestimate shit like that. You know what I mean? In football and like relationships and stuff. You know what I mean? Because I think it's a big thing. I think it's a really big thing. And obviously, Haaland was big mates with Grealish. Well, Grealish was having his own problems over the last couple of years. Now we've got Donnarumma. Him and Donnarumma are big mates. You know what I mean? They've got the same agent. They're out in the summer together and that. So that's probably a good thing as well. And then just Donnarumma himself. Having Donnarumma, man. What a signing. What a signing that was, man. 30 mil. Yeah, 30 mil. We're not good enough for Chelsea, eh, Charlie?
Well, man,
You should hear what Staffy thinks.
Arnhem said he wasn't good. I wasn't the one that was doing
knows,
that.
but he's been good.
Better than Donnarumma. I don't know who was doing that, but yeah.
No, but it's another player with like fucking stature. Because one of the things with the City team last year, it was so fucking weak. Like, we're so spineless last year. We go 1-0 up, shit the bed, 2-0 up, shit the bed, 3-0 up in one case, shit the bed. And by the way, this is not me saying this. It's the players. Kevin De Bruyne said the midfield is a soft midfield about his own team. It's a legend of the football. My opinion, the best player that's ever played for City said our midfield is weak. Bernardo Silva coming out saying we're playing like a bunch of 14-year-olds. This is not me. This is not some angry City fan YouTuber who's saying this. Yeah, for clicks. This is players. Players are saying this. So buying players like Husam, who's a no fucks type player, like, bro, I'm taking you out. Yeah, people try to tell me when we sign him, he's a little bit too aggressive. We need fucking that in there, man. Yeah, we need some aggression in there. We need Donnarumma in there telling what people need to be doing, shouting at players. Yeah, and Haaland as well. He's taken on a bit of a leadership role as well. Yeah. You got a little bit of a transition of power at Manchester City, yeah, because obviously over the last couple of years, you've had Gundogan. You've had Kevin De Bruyne. You've had Kyle Walker. Yeah, captains of the team. Yeah, they've all left. So I think what you're starting to see now, Erling Haaland, yeah, who's part of the sort of captains group now. He's now taking on more responsibility. And some players, it can make them, and some players it can break them. So, for example, if we look at Harry Maguire at Manchester United, I actually feel like that was a fucking disgrace what United did to him, making him captain. Like, you know what I mean? That broke him, basically. Like, he needed to go in there and just settle down. They made him captain, yeah? I feel like Haaland, I feel like he's a player that would relish the opportunity to have the captain's armband. And now he's part of the captain's group as well. Foden will be there as well. So there's a bit of transition, man. So we'll see, man. But I'm feeling all right. I just feel like we're just a bit of a weird team. We're an inconsistent team, and that's what I'm looking for, consistency. But we are on a 7-match unbeaten streak. So,
You should hear what Staffy thinks of Donnarumma.
I've heard what Staffy
knows.
thinks of Donnarumma.
He already knows.
He already knows. I think he's been good so far, but he already knows. I just don't think he's the best in the world, but that's fine. That's my opinion. Yeah, I think he's a good goalkeeper in a poor pool of goalkeepers in 2025. That's what I think.
There you have it, folks. And on that bombshell, it's LB is on the description.
You tried to instigate, but LB said, I already know.
Blue Brothers CFC is in the I tried. It was worth a try. Staffy TV
is going to get a clippable moment. Yo,
I know, yeah. Husam wants a clip video on his channel.
Actually, I already have clippable moments. So the Souls fight over Joker, is that a clip?
Can you clip Souls being the whole time off screen and post it and see how people think about it?
Why are you? Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, rage baited him again.
No, don't rage bait him. Don't you ever try use me for content like I'm some sort of clown or something. First of all, no. First of all of you can chill out. Okay.
Why did I say you're a clown?
I'm sorry. No. Husam looks like he hasn't seen a barber in like 15 years. Okay. Hold on. Staffy looks like he hasn't got a hairline. Right. Charlie's cool. I'm gonna leave Charlie alone. And you know what? Big up LB as well. I don't hate him in it. So
Oh, you
My
pussy.
hairline is further than yours. I mean, sorry, your hairline is further back than mine. Look at your forehead. You have a 5 head. Don't talk about my hairline again.
I listen. Big up.
You want to know how I know? You
Further
want to know
than
how I
yours.
know Souls ain't about that life? He insulted the 2 people who aren't in the same country as him. You get me? So he's I avoid confrontation. You know?
Souls is scared of the white man. Okay.
Yes. He's scared of getting punched up in his own
No,
country.
you know why? Because LB and Charlie don't say nothing mad. It's only you two that try to get onto me all the time. So you
LB don't say anything mad. He was the one that instigated the Joker's argument.
No, but it wasn't a mad thing he said though.
I didn't say
Yeah.
anything mad though.
Yeah, and I didn't say
Sport
anything mad
fact.
either. I said I felt bad for Jokeras because Arteta's tactics.
You know what, Souls? You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna message Sad and I'm gonna tell him the next Cora pod. I want to be a part of it.
Yes,
I'll put
please.
you there as well.
One side that tubby you as well.
Okay, guys. On that note, we're gonna end the stream here. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to do so. Check out the OK Jersey code 8%, Husam 8% off. This thing gonna take you over to MHF where I'm headed as well in a bit. So see you guys over there. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and love you all.